Nelson in the morning on Bluffs Country 106.5.
We are live for you to check out your favorite radio station, maybe your new favorite radio station, in a whole different way. That's on Facebook. Facebook.com/BluffsCountry or YouTube.com/That'sJustNelson. That's also how you can find me, Nelson, on all of my social media. If you want to connect there, I would love that. We call it the Performance Digital Cam. The cams show you everything that is on the air, off the air. It's like a whole extra layer to the show that you wouldn't normally get, that a lot of other people aren't giving you, warts and all, as it were. Local team of digital experts making digital make sense for you and your business. Elevate your digital footprint by visiting performancedigital.com. Performance Digital, inspired by excellence, driven by results. Because they know what the heck they're doing over there. Adding in the team of Performance Digital, I'm telling you, they can take your business into that next level. They've certainly elevated our digital footprint. USA! Ooh, oh, oh! Ooh, oh, oh! Second place. Oh, we had a big, really 36 hours of Olympics action, including our first rowing gold in the men's four since 1960. United States took home a rowing gold medal in a thrilling men's four race at the Paris Olympics. It's the first time we've done so in 64 years. Team USA hadn't earned first place in the men's four, which is basically a race where each team's boat is steered by a team of four rowers, since Rome. I guess if you're going to win in Rome, right? When in Rome, win in Rome. The British team were the reigning world champions in this heat and favored to win at the Olympics. So I wonder if, like, in rowing, is this like when we beat the Russians in hockey? When you beat the Brits in rowing? Because what else is there to do but row around in England? It's boring there. Let me save you the trip. Go to Ireland, spend 20 seconds in London, and see all of the things you could see in England, in all of the other European countries, just with a different language. It's fine. It's all castles. Not only that, but we continue with Simone Biles and American teammate Suni Lee competing in the women's gymnastics all-around, led to an exhilarating finish. Biles securing the gold. Lee took home the bronze. The Olympic swimming schedule featured four finals, including Katie Ledecky getting her back in the pool for Team USA in the women's 4x200-meter free relay. And while Australia swam to gold, the U.S. women took silver, and Ledecky made Olympic history in the process. Team USA didn't get out of the pool, though, without hearing the anthem. Kate Douglas won the women's 200-meter breaststroke for her first Olympic gold medal. Fencing success. Surfing success? Not so much. American Carissa Moore, who won gold in Tokyo, has been eliminated. Get this, they don't have a lot of waves in France, so you got to go to a French territory. Much like we've got the U.S. Virgin Islands and Guam and Puerto Rico, where you can go without having a passport. If you want to watch these surfing competitions, you got to go to Tahiti in French Polynesia. The U.S. will have at least one surfer in the women's semifinals after Carolyn Marks won her quarterfinal matchup against Tyler Wright of Australia. And Olympic surfing is to be held, once again, in Tahiti. Total medal count: 9 gold, 16 silver, 14 bronze, for a total of 39. First place right now, with their 12 gold, China. 12, 7, and 7, though. Come correct when you're talking about the other medals. Is it all about gold? No, we love the gold, obviously, but we like our silver, too. The silverest silver medals. No one gets silver better than we do. No one gets gold better than we do, save for China at this moment, but we'll get there. That's your Olympic update here on Nelson in the morning.
Your local hometown country music station, Bluffs Country 106.5. Beep, beep, traffic.
Slow traffic, I-80 eastbound between Q and 84th Street. Stop and go if you're heading 680 southbound between Pacific, trying to get on to I-80. Maybe you're coming over here, you're coming downtown, wherever it is that you're taking Bluffs Country with you. On the Council Bluffs side of things, we're looking good. All I'm saying is it could be time to move. It could be time to expatriate yourself. We still get Husker sports over here. It's okay. You don't have to be afraid. Are we the home of the Iowa Hawkeyes? Yeah, we sure are. That's okay. We'll welcome you. Let's look at your traffic, brought to you by Pizza Ranch, home of the legendary buffet featuring pizza and the country's best chicken. Give me some of that skin. Stop it today and see why Pizza Ranch is everybody's favorite buffet. I mean, come on, man.
In just 6 short weeks, you could have all your storage headaches solved with the garage.
Got to code that so Nelson doesn't talk into Nelson. Cheerio, Bradley. Pip, pip. And all that, right? Do right. Too right, Bradley. Let's go in the club clean. I'm going to go with the clean version. That's what we want, the clean version of in the club, in the club, in the club. In the club, as it were. Get myself in the club. What's everybody's plans for the weekend? Who wants to go? Bradley, you want to go to Logan, Iowa this weekend? Good morning. I'm back. Tamika, back. Hold on, I'll get you for you. Tamika back in effect. Wait till I get my thing in here that will let me put echo on my voice. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Morning, cousin and Cam Collective. I'm working in the 9/11 center all weekend, sir. Seems like a bad center to be in, you know what I mean? Is it just like reliving what 9/11? Is it never forgetting? I know, I'm being facetious. Do you remember how there used to be a show called Rescue 911? I don't know why. Every once in a while when I see 9/11, I think of this. So, Rescue 911, you remember the show? Yeah? Okay. So, I had my fifth grade teacher, Mrs. Hurd. God, she was great. Nah, was it Mrs. Hurd? No. What was her name? Son of a gun. I don't remember my fifth grade teacher's name. And she was so sweet. It'll come to me. Anna, my sister, doesn't listen to the cam. She's working, so she can't tell me who my fifth grade teacher was. Anyway. It was back, you know, you would get the books. It'd be book day. Oh, the books were coming in because you put your book orders in the Scholastic books. Not the fair, obviously, just the actual monthly update, right? So you get books. And they did a book. Rescue 911. Did a book. And my teacher, she opens up the box and she's handing out all the books and she says, Rescue 9/11? And all of the kids in fifth grade thought that was so funny. Rescue 9/11. God, it's Rescue 911. Duh. Let's see here. And I miss Unsolved Mysteries, too. I do, too. Oh, I loved that. I loved that. We were out selling food last night over north. Some lady got hit by a car? Jonathan saw it and ran over to have me call 911. See, it just feels like you should probably call 911, though, you know? If you see a woman get hit by a car and you run over and go, never forget, it's not going to help anybody. Oh, you didn't expect any hard-hitting 9/11 jokes this morning on the cam, did you? Comedy knows no bound. 30th class reunion this weekend. 30 years. Dang. Good morning, Becky. It was pretty bad. The lady was unconscious in the street, and her ribs were all bruised? Oh. Brian, where you been at? Can't come kick it with me? You got to stay over there with them? I knew you knew about me. Come see about me, see about your baby. YTMB 3. See about your baby, come see about me. I'm saying I didn't see it. That's why he told me. I saw it after. It was right at 42nd and Ames. What time? I was door dashing around 42nd and Ames for a little while last night. I've been door dashing to make a little extra scratch. Oh, god dang it. Convert you, don't convert next. And I have now unlocked a new level of DoorDash. So DoorDash is trying to like compete with like Instacart and other things. So now DoorDash doesn't have any deals apparently with places like a Walgreens. So whereas you can order DoorDash and DoorDash just sends the money or whatever right to whoever it is, Chick-fil-A or whoever, right? In order to go get something from a store, DoorDash has its own like credit card, and then you as a DoorDasher goes and like, doo-doo. It's very strange. I picked up Tylenol at a Walgreens. Love my energy this Friday. Alexis, thank you. Thank you. Like 12 or so, it was late. I was not out at 12. No, that's no. Will you DoorDash me next Thursday evening at the Nebraska Surgical Hospital when I'm there? Yeah, go ahead. Send me I'll do a personal delivery. Forget DoorDash. We'll cut out the middleman. Raid Shadow Legends. Nelson in the morning. Do I have a folder for this? I don't. 08 02 24. Come see about me. See about your baby. Come see about me. Love having us all here, huh? How are we going to push this thing over the top? How are we going to turn the corner? Get this thing to 20 viewers? Get this thing to 40 viewers? Football? Where's football? Football. Hurricane. Must have been. Can she abandon me? See about your baby. What is going on around here? Convert next. Convert. Got an extra day off, Marsha. I love that. Did I lose power? I didn't lose power personally. But Boomer lost power over at our other studios, which was crazy. I should get the station signal at the base in Bellevue. It's all static. Got to download the app, my guy. Take us on the app. An application. An application. Check the video. Check it, baby. Check it's a record. Let's begin. Party on, party people. Let me hear some noise. DC's in the house. Jump for joy. Yep. We got chances. Oh, that's good. Yeah, yeah, it was a little off-air business. I know. He muted us. I did mute you. I muted you. Had to have a mute session right there. Not everything is. Sometimes it's a company business. Okay, I give you guys everything. You know what I mean. But above me, above my pay grade, sometimes we got to do little discussions. Sorry, I did mute you though. I'm back. I'm biggity back. Is that why everybody dropped off? Because the sound dropped off? Come back. Come see about me. See about your baby. Okay. Son of a gun. Here we go. 60 Siggity seconds. Siggity seconds, you know what I mean, man? And how about you give me...
Go, 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 go. Sip Bacardi. Go, go, shawty. It's your birthday. We gon' go, go, shawty. Go, it's your
All I want.
go, shawty.
Okay. Here we go.
Time for the top two.
What?
The top two.
What does that mean?
Two of the biggest stories happening right now.
Live on the scene to tell us what happened today.
It's the top two. Nelson in the morning on Bluffs Country 106.5.
The cleanup is ramping up as we start off your two big stories that if all you know is this, then you're going to look like a star when you go talking to your coworkers later. That cleanup, like I said, is ramping up. Council Bluffs has given us an opportunity to drop off our tree debris, and it is in the form of the Council Bluffs Recycling Center. They will be accepting tree debris for free through Saturday at 3 p.m. In fact, the site will be opening up at 8 a.m. today. It'll go till 6 o'clock, the Council Bluffs Recycling Center, taking those tree debris from residents at no charge. Tomorrow from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m., you will be required to show your address, so you're going to have to be ready for that one. Also, on the Omaha side of things, of course, with the fact that there were at one point over 200,000 people without power, Mayor Gene Stothard has made available 5 tree debris drop-off locations for residents in and around those areas. Again, could be checking some IDs, but we've got ours. Just go to the Council Bluffs Recycling Center. On the Omaha side, Levi Carter Park, Towel Park, which is off of 93rd and Center, 156th and F Street's football field. F Street is closed to the east if you're headed that way. Hefflinger Park, the west parking lot only, and then Greenbrier Park, the south parking lot only. They want you to know all of those sites except for Greenbrier in Elkhorn, including that one. That was yesterday. They changed that. All sites will be open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. daily. What's going on with old Diddy?
Go shorty, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday.
Now, you would think well, hold on a second, that's 50 Cent. Well, 50 be beefing with Diddy. Of course, Sean Diddy Combs has for sure fallen off with more and more allegations coming out. In fact, most recently, he was having himself an issue with, hold on a second. Why does that just ring like that? Oh my God. What a nightmare. 50 Cent has come out and said, man, Diddy used to invite me to parties all the time, but he had weird energy. He used to ask me to go shopping with him. That's stuff you do with the woman. He said the only time that I ever had any interaction with Diddy, I was doing it because we were working together. The latest slam for Diddy comes after a video was shown of him physically assaulting his ex-girlfriend, Cassandra Cassie Ventura. Diddy is also on suspicion of charges that he was pulling an R. Kelly, okay, and assaulting people more than just physically, and bad. So 50 Cent say, man, it ain't for me. And you know what? For once, even on a country station, I think we can all stand by 50 Cent.
Bluffs Country 106.5.
Just be ready. Just be ready for it to be hot. And it's going to peak leading up to Monday, right? So we're going to get hot, hot, and hotter. And then it's going to dip down into the 80s. So if we can just last till Tuesday, I think we're going to be all right. Sunny and hot today. Plenty. I like how they say plenty of sunshine, in case you were worried. In case there was ever a moment where you're like, yeah, maybe am I going to get some sunshine today? You're going to get some sunshine today. High at 93. Lows in the 70s the next couple of days. Currently 68 degrees with a real feel of 71 with that heat index. Look at your weather, brought to you by the 712 Initiative, who invites you to the Council Bluffs Farmers Market. It happened last night. It happens every Thursday at Bayless Park, presented by CHI Health Mercy Council Bluffs. Thursdays from 4:30 until 7:30.
Bluffs Country 106.5 is proud to partner with the Iowa West.
All right, let's see. Hold on a second. I don't even know how to do this. Hi, Bluffs Country. Who's this? Hello? Bluffs Country. Who's this? Why does that ring? Why does that have a ring noise? Why does that have a ring noise? Good morning, Camp Collective. That just threw me all the way off. I could not recover after that stupid phone rang. And of course, my profile won't let me just answer the phone. We've got to figure out why that doesn't work. Okay, well, that's frustrating. But what's not frustrating is this new sound effects tool that I have. Loving that. Loving that. I should get the station. Oh, yeah, we already talked about that. I did mute you. I'm sorry I muted you. Can you forgive me? Can you forgive me? Is there a, like, stupid internet trend that you jumped on? Because I did, and I just feel so ridiculous. But I think it works. I can only if I come mow your lawn. I got a migraine from heck right now, so not as chatty today, but at least I'm here for view purposes. And you know what? Thank you. Thank you for your sacrifice today. Thank you. That still got the on air? Okay, so we still see that little light? My friend Riley gave me that light. Riley. And yeah, that's a toothbrush. There it is. That's a toothbrush. It's part of the reason why I brought up, did you get stuck on any stupid trends? I gotta go back and look at something here real quick. That's really good. That's really good. Maybe we'll do this coming up instead of what I had planned. We got a couple of things in the hopper here. 5 tree debris. I think we want to save this. Gotta stop reading that line though. 7 to 7 daily. I think that's fair to talk about that as part of the top 2 every hour, right? Tree debris. Broadcast in the public interest and whatnot. On the Omaha side of things, Omaha. And then show me Casablanca. Oh, look, a strawberry. And look, a strawberry. I love that trend. I don't know if you've heard that audio, but it's awesome. Where'd my webpage go? Where'd you go, webpage? Yeah, hi, Brian. Where you been at? Hold on. I can only forgive you. Oh, this time you got Mo, no spandex. Can't make any promises, Bradley. Can't make any promises. And it's called Mandex, okay? Or Manx. It's like Spanx. But it's for men. Kimberly, Jacobs, Botha, Martinez Diaz. Spanish names are so cool. Like Latin names. Kimberly, Jacobs, Botha, Martinez Diaz. I'm just Josh Nelson. Joshua Ryan Nelson. Stupid internet. Wonky internet. Bad internet. Says Kimberly Jacobs, both are Martinez Diaz. Driving a dump truck like usual, so I won't be talking much. That's all right, Brian. That's all right, just be here. Still kind of want to sleep, but I have food delivery. Hopefully at 8. Yum. What was that? That was the tagline of what? Yum. Some food, I'm sure. Definitely need to not order from Walmart anymore because yesterday almost all of my order was gone. Gone from what? Like, did they take it? Did you take it? Red Robin. Yum. That's right. There you go. Thank you. Oh, we don't have that plugged in yet. Hold on. Graham. What do you got for us, Pappy? Not Uncle Pappy. Okay. Hey, Bluffs Country, who's this? Hi, miss. How are you? Let me see when it's scheduled here in the log. Okay. Yeah, let me see. One second here. What, do you want to win a contest? Hey, give me 1 second. I need to put you on hold, okay? Thanks. Okay. Where's the one? All right.
Not okay, but it's all gonna be alright. It's not okay, but we're all gonna be alright. I'm not okay, but it's all gonna be alright.
This is Nelson in the Morning on Bluffs Country 106.5.
Oh, yeah, we're live. Facebook.com/Bluffs Country on the Performance Digital Cam. If you prefer YouTube, I got a link for you there, too. YouTube.com/That's Just Nelson. Like and subscribe if you would. You can also follow me on all my social media that way as well. That's Just Nelson. Performance Digital, elevating your business's digital platform. Wouldn't that be nice? As we head into a weekend that has just been well earned for a lot of us, but most of us are going to be working. This is a perfect time, more than any other time, to talk to our good friend, Uncle Pappy, who is just a bright, shining piece of humanity and maybe a guy who will help you reorient the way you look at things. Take it away, Pap.
Be proud to be human, okay? There was an ancient Greek historian by the name of Pliny the Elder. Now, this dude was born in the year 23, okay? That's right. It's 2023 now, 2024 now. This guy was born about 2,000 years ago, all right? And in his journals, he went to the ancient pyramids of Egypt and he said, God damn, these guys are old. I can't believe this ancient civilization built these grand structures, man. The fact that the ancient Greeks were going on vacation to visit and look at the ruins of the ancient Egyptians makes me so proud to be a human that goes on vacations, man. We get to go around the world and see the accomplishments of our fellow humans. It's freaking cool as hell, man. Okay, if you've ever gone to the pyramids, you've engaged in a thousands-year-old tradition of going on a cool-ass vacation, baby. That is sick, man. Love the accomplishments of our fellow humans. It's cool to be a man and a woman on Earth.
Council Bluffs Hometown Country.
I love that man. I love that man with all my heart. I love that man with all my heart. Just gone. No clue if they took it or not, but I had 28 things and I was missing like 10. Did you report it? If only, Bradley. You're not wrong about that. You're not wrong about that. All right, let's see if we can't answer this. You still there? I'm so sorry that took me so long. Did I answer the phone? Did I pick it up? Are you there, Tina? You're not Tina. I mean Kelsey. Kelsey? Are you still there? Excellent. Sorry about that. I apologize. Once.
Great dining in our restaurant and the friendliest people around. Join us for hot seats every Wednesday.
All right, hold on one second. And then the event one more time was I'm so sorry, just so I'm looking for the right thing. Gotcha. Hold on one second. Here you go. Okay, let me find this here. Library. Go to my library. Gotta hit the right button, Nelson. Car show. All right, let's see. 60203. You know what? I bet I could find this easier if I go like this. Tammy. Damn, let's write my log here. My glog. What did we say it was? 60203. That's called a cart number. 60203. 60203. 60203. Let's see. 60604. 60203. If there's a search function, this would be easier, you know? I have it for sure going to be played in the 1 o'clock hour. And it's towards the end of the 1 o'clock hour. So it'll be just before, just right 10 minutes before 2 o'clock is I see it for sure there. And we can also send you a copy of it too if you don't get to, you know what I mean? Like if you need it. Why don't you drop me can you email me, Nelson at Bluffs Country? Yeah, do that. Do that and I'll get you a copy of that, okay? Yeah, it's just, yep. You too, NELSON at bluffscountry.com. All right, darling, have a great weekend. Bye. Yeah. Let's get her taken care of. Yeah, if only. Someday, we're going to get there, Bradley. It's a slow build. You know what I mean? And the more that we grow this cam together and the more we grow this audience together, you know what I mean? That's going to open us up for... That's going to open us up for those possibilities, for those opportunities to put in place a co-host and, you know, just afford us goodness. Good things from the garden. Garden in the valley, right? Valley of the jolly green giant. Ta-ta. What movie is that? Dan Cortez is at a piano inside a Taco Bell singing the Jolly Green Giant song. Could be a deep cut. Could be a deep cut, could not be a deep cut, depending on who you are. Good things from the garden. Gardens in the valley. That is not how you spell Dan Cortez. Got it. Cortesi. Does anyone even remember Dan Cortez? He was like the biggest star of MTV for a minute. Wow, that's funny. The garden. All right. Bum, 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 bum. It's all right. We'll get this thing going, man. I got some really killer, like, interactive bits I want to start working you guys into, and maybe I'll start getting you guys in on Zoom. I'm really going to, like, steer into converting you from being on the cam to being something that I can share with the audience too, like live.
PM Eastern. America's listening to Fox News.
Your news this hour brought to you by the Jenny Edmondson Foundation, who are ecstatic getting ready for the big Spirit of Courage Gala, which is happening tomorrow. It's an annual benefit for Methodist Jenny Edmondson Hospital Cancer Center's Charitable Patient Care Fund, providing assistance to uninsured and underinsured patients who need help covering expenses associated with the diagnosis and treatment of cancer. If you want more details, jehfoundation.org. You're looking for the Spirit of Courage.
For Bluffs Country News, I'm Carla James.
She's Carla James. Show me what I'm looking for. Good thing from the garden. Garden in the valley. Valley of the Jolly Green Giant. Pop, pop. All right. Here we go.
Welcome to Taco Bell.
Enjoy your meal, sir.
I love this. I love this. Wow. That's crazy. That is great. Wait till we delve into... I'm going to peel back the curtain a little bit on a movie that is 32 years old. No. What year did this come out? Nearly 30 years after its release. But what year was this? Okay, so this was put out July 5th. All right. Almost 30 years ago is this movie. Wow. Holy cow. Okay. Inflated adjusted domestic box office. That's crazy. It's like going and comparing athletes that played in different times. That's wild. Adjustments for inflation. Adjustments for inflation is crazy. Debs, pair of Debs. Good morning, Deb Goff. Good morning. Good morning, Nelson and the gang. Says Deborah Pruitt. Oh, I forget. You two Debs would have known each other over at Froggy. Because that's where Deborah Pruitt found me. Originally. The OG. Good things from the garden. Garden in the valley. Valley of the jolly green giant. It will be held. Doubling down. Double down on it.
Welcome to
Your hometown country station, Bluffs Country 106.5. Oh, checking out Parmalee in Carolina. Do you know, we're going to go back in time. Chances are this weekend you could be seeing yourself the biggest rated R comedy in the world, but another rated R flick that would have, if it had been released this weekend, would have made $151 million was this one.
Welcome to Taco Bell.
From the garden. Enjoy your meal, sir. Garden in the valley. Valley of the jolly green giant.
What movie is that with Dan Cortez? Remember him from MTV Sports? Playing jingle songs in a Taco Bell. Some other crazy stats and why Taco Bell won the fast food wars, as it were, in the next 7 minutes.
Sitting in 6-lane backed up.
This is going to be a good little segment. See, you have a plan ahead of time, and then you just leave room for the show to dictate where the show wants to go. So I had a couple of other things here that I could have done, but that one I think is really funny, and I think it's interesting, and it's a crazy movie that I bet people haven't thought about in forever, and go download it, because if you haven't seen it, you're definitely missing out. From the garden, garden in the valley, valley of the jolly green giant.
The valley. Valley of the jolly green giant. Good things from the garden. Garden in the valley. Valley of the jolly green giant.
I'll take that. Oh, here comes the Neanderthal.
Otho. Oh, the guy who played Otho in, whatever it's called. What's his name? He's dead. You gotta say his name 3 times. Beetlejuice. Why do I know Otho's name, but I don't know Beetlejuice's name? Love my Deb and John. Yeah, love me some John. Morning, Deborah. I'm for sure send the list today. Freaking headaches, my guy. Oh, yeah, awesome girl. No worries. Just want to help a little if I can. I know it's hard. My mom took care of us 5 kids on her own. I hated to see her struggle. Oh, my God in heaven. 5 kids. It's a lot of kids. Although if this thing works out with me and my girlfriend together, combined, we'll have 5 kids. I don't know what that means, if anything. I wanted a bunch of kids anyway, so it's like... That's so crazy, you know, like, how your priorities change. Like, because, you know, there were... I can tell you guys this. Back, I just mowed the backyard since you aren't coming. I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. When I matched with it to my girlfriend, there was, you know, I was dating. So, like, gone out on a couple of dates with other people. Nothing that was, like, I don't know, super serious. Before I'll tell you one thing that I did focus on. Before I got together with my girlfriend, it means sacrifice, Nelson. I know. And Ohana means family. Before I got with her, you know, I had gone on a couple of... I'd just been dating. You know, it's been really like 3 months of just 4 or 5 months really of like getting on the apps maybe and meeting somebody, and then you go on a date or two or like this, that, or the other thing. And I just was done, I don't know, hoeing around. You know what I mean? I was over that. I was over the casual. So I had set out intentionally to not do that with anybody. You know what I mean? Like whoever I was like currently talking to. And really it came down to the champion rose to the top. Obviously, the correct choice presented itself. It wasn't even a choice. But at one point, there was like 2 people that I was like talking to and or interested in. And like you have to, as an adult, right, you have to sit back and go, okay, well, what are the pros and cons? Sounds very robotic. But once you have kids, it definitely changes how you view everything else. And I realized, it was really easy because my girl... Okay, so this is going to be callous. So cut me some slack here. My girlfriend was the hotter of the 2 that I'm talking about. So that choice was made a little more simple for me because it's pretty hot. Okay, woman's the hottest woman I've ever dated. But both of these people, my girlfriend and this other person, had good qualities to them, and we had a natural rapport, and whatever. And it wasn't like one of them was not attractive, right? It's just my girlfriend is hot. Personally, I think she's hot. Anyway, but I noticed on top of that, what was more attractive to me was the fact that she was a mom. And then, like, when you have kids that are special needs, like that, uniquely, like a mom who's a good mom who loves their kids, like, that becomes worth its weight in gold. Because there are a lot of parents who are just like, God, I wish I wouldn't have gotten married, and I wish I wouldn't have had kids, and then I could be free. I got plenty of friends who don't have kids. I'm not jealous of them in any other way other than like, oh, it sure would be nice to have extra money. Or it sure would be nice to just go on a vacation anytime you wanted. But also, my kids are the only reason I'm still alive. So, like, vacations weren't keeping me here. Booty calls before this girlfriend. No, sometimes. Sometimes. I put a stop to them. Though I was holding myself to a higher standard. 24 years now. Honestly, if I can't do better than this, I will get dogs. Okay, I gotcha.
This is Nelson in the Morning on Bluffs Country 106.5.
We're live on the Performance Digital Cam. You can find that. Facebook.com/Bluffs Country. Yeah. It's not so bad, is it? Performance Digital helping take your business to the next level. PerformanceDigital.com. That's so you can find out more details about them. How about this one? Are you going to be seeing any movies this weekend? Maybe you just stay in and rent an old movie like this one from 31 years ago.
Welcome to Taco Bell.
From the garden.
Enjoy your meal, sir.
Garden in the valley. Valley of the jolly green giant.
Bam, bam. What? Things from the garden.
Garden
$15 million is made in its opening weekend.
jolly green giant.
I'll take that.
$151 million is what that would be worth today. It's a movie called Demolition Man. It starred Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone. It was a big deal for Wesley Snipes because at that point he had only been a hero. But just as we were kind of talking here, the Cam Collective and I, that sparked in my head the fast food wars, the franchise wars. Because as it was in the future, it's run by this like totally Puritan society and everything is all holier than thou, and there's no swearing, and everything is clean and perfect, except the people who are living in the sewers and eating hamburgers with Dennis Leary. A very dated movie in all the things that were like scary in the 90s, in 1993. But the whole point of that scene that you heard there that had 90s icon Dan Cortez in it was that he was singing jingles because music had been banned. The only music that was left were jingles. Okay? And there was only one restaurant left. And that restaurant was Taco Bell. Taco Bell had won the fast food wars, the franchise wars, as they called it. What's interesting about that and how times have changed is last weekend, the largest release for an R-rated film in the history of R-rated films was Deadpool and Wolverine. Something to the tune of $200-some million just domestically, $500 million already worldwide by the time Monday showed up and it was released on like Thursday. You know, they've extended some of those box offices. But just as impactful, I'm telling you, for inflated dollars, when you adjust for inflation, you know, that's when you go back and you see the stats and you go, oh, that you don't really realize just how much money, like, The Wizard of Oz made. Because, yeah, you look at it in its days dollars and whatever millions that is. But then you extrapolate that to the fact that if you made that much money and movies were a nickel, imagine how much money you would make on that movie if movies were $8 and $10 and $12 like they are now. So Demolition Man made $151 million. I bring this up because if you go see, light spoiler alert, if you go see Deadpool and Wolverine, someone from Demolition Man will show up in that movie. And that's all I'll tell you. At this point, it's like the super secret spoilers. I can't help you. I'm not saying the name of the person. Someone from this movie is going to show up. That's how the two are tied together. Both rated R films. One released in 2024, one released in 1993. So why is Dan Cortez singing about the Jolly Green Giant inside of a Taco Bell? It's because Burger King and McDonald's didn't want to be associated with an R-rated film. Can you imagine now knowing that the biggest stars of the day, because Sylvester Stallone, Sandra Bullock was on the beginning of her upward trajectory. I don't think Speed had come out yet. I think Speed is 96? 1994. So it's the beginning of the trajectory for Sandra Bullock. You've got Sylvester Stallone, one of the biggest action stars. If it's not Arnold, it's Sylvester, because they had huge careers in the 80s, spilling over into the early 90s. And you had Wesley Snipes, who was an outright action star himself. All of those come together. And you're telling me you don't want to be in that movie because you're worried how the Golden Arches might look? It's a fake movie about the future where Wesley Snipes is a killing machine that got like a bunch of got a bunch of karate downloaded into him. It was like the Matrix before the Matrix. But Taco Bell won the film's franchise wars because they were the only ones willing to let their logo be given out. But if this radio show is happening in, say, France right now, aside from a heavy French accent and probably speaking French, we'd be talking about how Pizza Hut won the franchise wars because there, at the time, imagine this, are no Taco Bells outside of the United States in 1993. Fourth meal had yet to take over. No yo quiero nothing unless you were stateside. So if you're going to see a movie this weekend, the chances are you're going to be going to an R-rated film. I wonder what advertisers said, nah, we don't want to be in the summer sensation.
Bluffs Country can also be heard on 1420.
I think that was a good little segment. I'm proud of that segment. It wasn't anything life-changing, but just interesting. Just an interesting take. Never heard of it. You've never heard of Demolition Man? Wow, Deborah, go watch Demolition Man. I think it holds up. I say that with my dogs. I swore off dating when a girl showed up at my house while my kids were here, and I had never given her my address. Yeah. You don't go. Okay. You obviously don't go, but you can find out their address. I could probably find out your address right now. Let me see. Let me see how quickly I can find out your personal information, knowing that I have your first and last name already. First things first, if I'm going to come for you, let me walk you through how someone stalks someone on the internet, okay? Let that be that's a freaking good segment. We can't call it this, but stalking 101. Okay? Like, I am very much... I'm coming up with all sorts of ideas. We have a private eye that works in the company. I wonder if I could play a game with him. All right. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Let me give you a little lesson. Just a little one in stalking. It's always good to know who you're about to meet, possibly. But yeah, you don't go there where the guy's kids are there or her kids. Okay. First off, I'm going to go to your Facebook page. All right. So I have your name. Someone's given me your name. Tina says, "Hey, can you talk to me about this Bradley guy?" Yeah, we sure can. What do I need to know about Bradley? First off, I'm going to try and find out how old Bradley is. Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to your Facebook page. Are you dumb enough to leave anything open for me to find out? Okay. So luckily you and I are not friends, Bradley, and so I can kind of really do this raw. So Bradley Garrett. Now, first off, you have confirmed to me, so I already knew this, so I knew that this was you. But you're a 911 emergency vehicle dispatcher at Offutt Fire and Rescue. Now, because you've said to me to Bellevue, I know that, right? So that's a little bit of a cheat mode. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Bradley's about information. I appreciate Bradley. Unless you want me to stop right, I'm not going to give your address out, dude. So just don't worry about that. But if you're still listening, oh, trust me, I know. You used to be a cop. Okay, then this will be interesting then, because if you used to be a cop, I definitely want to see how well you've protected yourself online, and let everyone else. Then I feel even better now because I'm not going to give out Bradley's address, right? Bradley, I go to Bradley's Facebook page. First thing I can see is his work. No schools to show. That's good, Bradley. No schools. No places to live. Male, gender. That's fine. Check-ins. Yeah, I don't know if you can control that. And movies he's into. Step Brothers about 4 years ago. That's fair. All right. Next thing I'm going to do to determine your age is I'm going to go into your photos. Okay, what I'm looking for in your photos is someone to have tagged you in a birthday post, or I'm looking for something that looks like a graduation. Now, if it looks like a dated photo, that's going to give me a better idea of a Throwback Thursday. Oftentimes, people will put into a post about Throwback Thursday what it was throwing back to. Okay? So this is where we go next. So we go photos, Bradley. Now, immediately, I see a few photos that are open and available to me. I can see your beautiful family. I judge just by looking at you, I would put you in the, I'm going to say mid to late 30s. Now, I could be off on that. You could look young, but my guess is that you're 37. I think that's probably a safe bet, with your oldest being maybe 14. You could sell me that was a 12-year-old, but not by much. I'd say your youngest, and this is on May 3rd, I would say your youngest is 8. And then we got about a 12-year-old. And then the tall one over here, I'd say probably 14. That'd be my guess. I'm not going to look at any of your answers if you started to respond to me or not. And I think this photo from 2021 further backs my play on that, because I would say that's about a 11 or 12-year-old. Yeah, that's my guess. Oldest 14, middle is 12, and the youngest is 9 or 10. All right, so now we're going deeper into the photos. Do we have any birthday cakes? Do we have any celebratory pictures? I haven't even done my, literal things that I pay for to find you. This is just, will I be able to determine who you are and where you're at from that. Oh, you're a Slytherin, are you? 11 3/4 Blackthorn. Dragon heartstring is his wand, if you were wondering about old Bradley. Didn't want someone to knock on my door and tell my kids I'm not coming home. Yeah, no joke. No joke. Yeah. Yeah, that's a scary proposition, being a cop, man. Bradley, so far I'm liking. It's a lot of photos that are just, hey, here's me and my kids, here's this, that, and the other thing. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of identifying. Let's see. Okay, now this, immediately I go to this to see if we got any comments on the cupcakes. No comments on the cupcakes. But cupcakes would be the first place I would look to think maybe that's a birthday. Okay. Yeah, so our determination at this point, we know you live in Bellevue, but our determination is that you're approximately... Oh, here we go. Happy birthday. See, this is where Facebook will get you. I didn't even go to the videos yet. Happy birthday, David. Let's see what the Facebook video says. Oh, it's not going to play. No, that's good. Life is better with friends. 9 groups. Happy Michael and Bradley Day. From all of us at Facebook. No. See, this one's frustrating because it has Dave. Of course, this could be a happy birthday to your friend Dave. Going into full-on stock mode here. Summer vacation. Doesn't look like a birthday on summer vacation. And no tagged photos of you, which I like, Bradley. Cover photos. Bradley, in photos alone, I think you're doing a good job. If I can judge you, just briefly. Air Force veteran. Thank you for your service. Thanks for being a police officer. I would hate to do that myself. First blush, Bradley, things look great. Okay? Just on Facebook alone, you've done a good job of keeping yourself locked up. Now, I notice mutual friends, a lot of radio guys, and then randomly this guy who does mortgages. To me, that would say that that's your real friend, possibly. Or he's a guy who sold you a mortgage. Either way, the guy in question that you and I have as mutual friends is a good dude. Love that guy. Oh, hold on 1 second. Do I have... come on. What is going on, dude?
My mindset is always win at all costs.
Time for the top two.
What?
The top two.
What does that mean?
Two of the biggest stories happening right now.
Live on the scene to tell us what happened today.
It's the top two. Nelson in the morning on Bluffs Country 106.5.
Just a couple of stories that if this is all you know about, then you know just enough to get yourself into the day and maybe impress a couple of people along the way. We call this your top two. And you can get these top two here. You can see them relived at all times on our Performance Digital Cam after the show, facebook.com/BluffsCountry, or you can watch that cam live right now. And the cleanup effort is underway. You better believe that if you have a tree chipper, a wood chipper, a chainsaw, you're going to be somebody's best friend heading into the weekend as the cleanup efforts continue throughout the metro. You have an opportunity to get to the Council Bluffs Recycling Center. That is where from until tomorrow at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, that is where you're going to have an opportunity to dump off your tree limbs in Council Bluffs if you are a resident of Council Bluffs. The Council Bluffs Recycling Center taking tree debris from residents at no charge. Open until 6 o'clock tonight, and then tomorrow from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. If you are on the Omaha side of things, there are 5 locations the mayor has opened up for us. Levi Carter Park, Towel Park, which is found off of 93rd and West Center, 156th and F Street's football field. F Street closed to the east if you're headed that way. Hefflinger Park in Hefflinger Park Road, the west parking lot only, and Greenbrier Park, the south parking lot only, open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily this weekend. That'll be your opportunity to go and get yourself all cleared out as the piling of the trees continues in the metro. Now, will the champ stay a champ?
My mindset is always win at all costs. make sure that I'm in 110% shape, prepared for whatever the opponent brings to the table. I don't have to worry about nobody else. A lot of people ask me, what you got to do to win the fight? I just say, be myself. I always say that because I honestly feel as if I'm Terrence Crawford. Can't nobody beat me unless I be myself.
Terrence Bud Crawford's first fight since July 2023 headlines the first Riyadh season boxing event outside Saudi Arabia. Crawford looking to just extend the legacy that he has. A marquee matchup, they say, that fans desperately clamored for, perhaps more than any other in boxing. That was where Crawford was pitted against Errol Spence Jr., the two undefeated welterweights who circled each other for years. At long last, the bout materialized in Vegas last year. One of the most anticipated fights. Now, Bud Crawford versus Israel Madrimov. The former undisputed welterweight king makes his debut in a weight class Saturday night, and you know what's going to happen is Bud Crawford is just going to demolish him. Man, did you get a chance to see him while he was still, like, on the come-up? I did not. And now, if you want to see him on pay-per-view, you're going to spend $80. They say there's danger in this fight for Crawford, a great fighter, arguably the best boxer on earth, and a hometown hero. It's reflected in his being negative 700 for his first fight at junior middleweight against the reigning champion. Don't get it twisted. Plenty of danger, they say, for Bud. Crawford was big for welterweight, and making the cut was only getting harder as he got older. It's likely he'll be much more comfortable for Crawford to make 154 pounds, but also isn't going to be Crawford also isn't going to be a much smaller man in the fight with Madrimov, with the fighters being roughly the same height, but Crawford having the reach advantage. Who's going to take it home? It's going to be Bud, baby, and that's your top two.
Your local hometown country music station, Bluffs Country 106.5.
I mean, not quite a swelter. Some people can make the swelter. 90s throughout today and the weekend. Really, the weekend tipping over towards that 100-degree mark, and you guarantee with the humidity, it's going to push it even farther. That feels like temperature is definitely going to top out over 100 degrees. Very warm, plenty of sunshine, lows in the 70s, highs in the 90s. Currently, still hovering in that beautiful 70-degree range. For how much longer? Probably not much. 74 with a real feel of 83. You should be aware of that. Weather brought to you by Assisted Living Locators. Give Jean a call today, and she's going to help our senior citizens find the right kind of independent living. She's also going to help your loved one find the right kind of care, whether it be in your home or at an assisted living or memory care facility. Give Jean a call at Assisted Living Locators, 402-690-5467, and let Jean handle the difficult part of caring for your loved one.
Sci-fi fans, this is your summer. Pluto TV.
Oh, Bud, Crawford. Bud Crawford going to take that guy apart. Sorry, I got distracted. Let me see what we got here. That's awesome. Michael? You can find anything about me on your Facebook page. Bradley, Army here. Got a brother that is retired Air Force, another brother retired Navy. Brian, Army. Open book. And it's 8:34. Walmart delivery driver is once again running around CB, not heading down here at all. I swear if my order gets stolen, again, I'm going to lose my S word. What? No. Yeah, my chainsaw are not getting along. I would load a box. Deb, you probably can. Did you get your meds yet? Oh, son of a gun. Yes. Yes, it's supposed to be blowing at the computers. It's that loud, isn't it? We got to figure something out in here. Thank you, Chuck. How are the grandbabies doing, buddy? Oh, I see it now. I didn't see that it was harsh. God, heaven. And I don't think about it as I sit down. Hold on, I'm coming. That makes it's just I get why they run it because our computers get hot. Son of a gun. Thanks, Chuck. Good man. I shouldn't have this open container. Shouldn't have that next to the board. Should not have them next to the board. It's wild, like I wonder who they were freaking out when we lost Wi-Fi the other night. Chuck has 7 grandkids. And they are all in town at once, which is, first off, so awesome. Just the coolest. So the groceries are finally on their way, but told them, well, I just might have to play a game. A game? We're going to have to talk to each other, Grandpa? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. No, what they'll do is they'll talk to each other, but they talk to each other in a chat next to each other as they're playing a game. They'll be on their phones playing Among Us was the big one for a while. But they'd play Among Us, and they'd all be in the same room playing, and, like, they would be talking on the chat. These kids and their Wi-Fi, man. Not as much aggression today, so I think I'm out of the danger zone. That's good. That's good, Deborah. We don't want you punching anybody. But if you have to, sometimes somebody got to get punched. You know what I mean? What are you going to do? Well, you know, if somebody needs punched, they got to get punched, man. Punched. Oh, I love this new. I don't know why it took me so long to figure out to do this, but it did. Save it. Avoid losing changes. Backed up to the cloud instead. No, don't save to the cloud. Save to my drive like I asked you. I got a new system that'll let me do sound effects. So now I can do sound effects on 2 different, as they call them, pots. That doesn't mean anything to you, but it means something to me. Oh, now that the power is back at our sister station, I can go get the audio of me screwing up with Jim Flowers on the air. I'll play it for the cams. I'm not going to play it again on the radio just because I already talked about it on the radio. Deborah, what video game? Among Us is so fun, but freaking hell, I keep running into so many racists. Like, right? How are you going to be racist on a, like... It's a game about multicolored people killing each other in space, and yet somehow people figure out a way to use the N-word. Like, I ordered like 28 items yesterday, only 18 of them. Didn't get to eat dinner last night because of it. It's ridiculous. Now, you complained, right? Like, you made a call into Walmart? I hope so. Two nuts. Okay. As long as you reported it. So much I got to get done today. So much I got to get done, and I have to have a management one-on-one. Luckily, it's not a one-on-one. I'm having a two-on-two, really. But there's a lot I got to prepare for beforehand. And where's Andy? Oh yeah, for some reason people love to hate on the Jews and the blacks on the internet. Like, I just don't understand. What comedian was it that I saw? God, he had the most. I just love how a comedian's mind works and the takes that they have on things. That being like Jews are the only group of people who the proper thing to call them and a racial slur are the same word. Like, it's like the word dude. The inflection you put on the word Jew will determine whether or not you're being a total piece of trash or just talking about someone who is Jewish. It's wild. Where is everyone? Deb Goff, they're probably over on the Bluffs Country page. That's why you can't see their comments. Sorry, Deb.
This is Nelson in the Morning on Bluffs Country 106.5.
Live momentarily still. Facebook.com/Bluffs Country. The Performance Digital Cam. We do it every morning starting about 7 o'clock. Take it to 9 o'clock. It's an opportunity for you to check out the show in a different way, consume it a little bit differently. In fact, you'll be behind the scenes the entire time. But you can get your comments read, be a part of the Cam Collective like Bradley, Deb, Aaliyah. Coming up next week, we're going to delve into a new series I have about how you can better find people on the internet that you're looking for and how to better protect yourself from being found on the internet. In fact, before I close the Performance Digital Cam down officially, we are actively looking to see if I have the stalking ability to find one of the members of the Cam Collective. Is he proven to be a challenge? He is, and that's what I like. I like it when I can't find people on the internet, because that means you're protected. But if you think in your life, you have that one girlfriend you go to, right, that it's like, Tina, we need to find this guy. Find out everything you can about him. I'm that girlfriend. I will be your Tina. And I will show you the way. Whether it's the Firefly Festival in Logan, Iowa, which you could get in some tickets right now. I got a bonus pair of tickets I just found. 712-713-2065. I will get you that pair right now. Or if you get in on the Cam before we close it down, I'll get you a pair to see Red Farron and more in Logan, Iowa. That's happening tomorrow night. The fishing event that's going on with Council Bluffs. There's the Bud Crawford fight tomorrow night. There's the Spirit of Courage Gala that's happening with the Jenny Edmondson Foundation. There are so many things going on. It's wonderful being your hometown country station because we got details on our website, bluffscountry.com. We got details on our Facebook page where you find the Performance Digital Cam, performancedigital.com. And then to get you into your workday, before we get to Mr. Chuck Denver. God, I love Chuck Denver. And not just because I work with him. Quick story about Chuck Denver. My first job in radio, I walked into these radio stations, and I'm walking around, and I'm like, oh, my God, I'm so excited to be here. And this man with this perfect radio voice steps out of the studio and asks me how I'm doing. I don't have a good Chuck Denver impersonation. I'm working on it. It's it's bad. I'm not even going to try it. I looked up, and I go, hi, I'm... At the time, they called me Brock. That was my air name. Stupid. Hi, I'm Brock. What's your name? Hi, I'm Chuck Denver. And I go, you're Chuck Denver? Yeah, he's Chuck Denver. So he'll be taking you into your workday. Before we get there, a big old stretch of music, including your favorite from Chris Cagle will mix in some Brad Paisley as well. That's your hometown country station, Bluffs Country 106.5.
I'm Penny Nelson. My name is Rowan Nelson. Thank you for listening to the show. Thanks for listening to the show. Have a good day and have an awesome day. I love you too.
I just love him so much. All right, now we're going to go into cheat mode, Bradley, because I didn't go anywhere else. Before I shut this down here, we're going to go people, Bradley. This is next level. I didn't used to have this. I used to have to actually find you by Googling you and using all my other resources. But God almighty, I just love having this. I spend $50 like every 3 months on this. It's like $50 a quarter. Let's see when we go for a search. What'd I tell you? What did I freaking tell you? If you're not 38, Bradley, I'd be I don't know, a monkey's uncle. I'll be somebody's uncle. Oh, yeah, dude. I'm so easy to find. Like, what's sad is I don't even own or have, like, any kind of stake in that address. I don't. When I used to live off 170th and Fort, you could, with my name, find me. If you have my phone number, you've definitely found everything. But even after I sold that house, I hadn't changed my ID. I was still able to be looked up at my new address. Brian. Let's see. See now. Higher confidence. Based on what I'm seeing here, I would say that you moved from Council Bluffs to, yeah. I think I have it. Let me see if I can. I'll add you on Facebook, Bradley. Let me add you real quick. You just tell me if I'm right or wrong. I messaged you. That's so funny. That's my favorite game, too. But yeah, that does mean something to me. Let's see. We're going to see. I'm patiently waiting. I see bubbles. Oh, that was the other one. That was the best match, but higher confidence because you said you worked at Bellevue. I would have had to show up at both addresses. I would have showed up at both addresses. Yep, that's the top. That's funny. Higher confidence. And for some reason, best address doesn't usually end up being the right one. That's the only flaw in this. I'll tell you who I use. I use Ben Verified. It's really good about getting phone numbers, but it's not so great about address history. I use Ben Verified, but it's like the thing I do is 50. It costs me $50 every couple of months. Now let me see if I could have just done that from Googling you. I didn't even bother to Google you. There's your LinkedIn. You've won an award. Let me see here, Bradley. Yeah, because I probably wouldn't have started. I would have skewed Council Bluffs because we're a Council Bluffs radio station. That might have been how you found us. But let me see here. Trying to see if I can find. I want to see, now that I know that answer, I wonder if I could have found that anywhere else. Nope. Not there. Not there. I wouldn't have said that guy anyway. That's a 50-something-year-old guy. That's funny. Fast People Search. It's free. I'll have to check that one out too. I want to see how that works against Been Verified. The thing I like about Been Verified is it's really good about. Does Fast People Search, did you find my cell phone number there? Because that would be the interesting thing to me. Because with Been Verified, I was able to contact like people in viral news stories because I was able to get their freaking phone numbers. Fast People Search. Really free, huh? No, son. Let's just see if we go this. $36. See, sponsored by Been Verified. So even this job, this will even look at. That's funny. There's a lot of Joshua Nelsons. That's funny. Let me see. Gosh. I wonder if I had said I was in there. No. Oh, because you don't spell. That's not how you spell that. This is so interesting to me. This is my favorite thing to do is stalk people online. I want to sit down and learn from you, Bradley. As an ex-cop, you've got to be. You've got to be ahead of me. Like, I'm a junior level detective. That's not me. That's funny that's got my middle name. That's got my middle initial. That has my middle initial wrong, but it has everything else about me right. Save for son of a bitch. Even that. Wow. That's my former home phone number. The rest of these, I don't know what they are. They could have just been things I filled out. I love that 933-5940 never comes up, though, which was my landline when I first moved out of my parents' house. My parents' phone number always comes up. We don't own this anymore, so I don't care. 592-1833. But 402-95. What did I say? Now I can't even say the phone number. 9533-9333. Look me up. I'm fine. It had a College Road address and unit 415A. Yeah. That was when I was a student at Iowa Western. 9-10 Granville is the house I grew up in. 16926 Redmond was the first house I owned. 3611 was the second house I owned. 2506 North 93rd Court, unit number 1 was my favorite apartment ever. It's my favorite apartment. It was Camelot, and it was a studio apartment. And then 8661 S Plaza number 5, that was the one that I was going to move into that apartment with an ex-girlfriend. So I moved, and then I moved from Camelot, which I hated, over to that stupid place, which I hated even more. Wait, no. Is that the one? 8661 S Plaza number 5. No, that's my first apartment. Oh, that was a legendary apartment, 8661. Right, what was I at? Mandalay Bay. It wasn't Mandalay Bay, but Mandalay was the name of the place. Yeah, I'd say the only thing that this thing gets wrong is my middle initial isn't T. Past addresses, homes, rental properties, businesses, apartments. Man, I'm switching to freaking Fast People Search, dude. That's a ton of stuff. That's my uncle. That's my mother, R.I.P. That's my father. That's my father. That's his father, R.I.P. That's his third wife, R.I.P. That's my stepmom, I don't know who that is. That's my second grandma. That's my grandfather's second wife. Get this. Nellie was her name. No bullshit. Nellie Nelson. That's my ex-wife. That's my ex-wife. That's just a buddy of mine. And I don't know who this is. That's wild. Thank you. Thank you for Fast People Search, dude. I appreciate this. Yeah. I'd say that house is worth more than that, but what do I know? First reported in 2010. I've had this number forever. A voice over IP number? I don't recognize this number. 3979702. What is that? I was supposed to end this cam a while ago, but now I just can't stop because now I'm looking myself up. I think this is my ex-wife's home phone number. There it is, 933-5940. There's my first phone number as a landline that I owned. That's my ex-wife's cell phone number. 806, that's something out of California, I think. Bradley, I appreciate it. Oh, that's right, Marsha's still here. Good old Nellie Nelson. Can you believe it? Some woman's named Nellie and she married a guy with the last name Nelson. Yeah, Brock Turner 897 at gmail.com. Yeah, Brock Turner, Stanford rapist. Followed you everywhere, Nelson. Ever thought of stalking you? Do you want a stalker? Stalk me. I don't care. I'm not worried about that. You're not a real stalker. Real stalkers are tragic and harmful. This is just fun to say, stalking. I've been married just the once, Deb. Very informative on the cam today. I'd say so well. My food actually got here. Hopefully my cold stuff is still cold. Well, Aaliyah, on that note, I will leave you to that. And I like that Fast People Search. That's really good. I'm liking that. Thank you so much. I'm not a hurtful. I know you're not a hurtful. You a goodful. You know what I mean? No hurtful. I know where you work. All right, everybody. Have a good weekend. I'll be out at the Firefly Festival. Like I said, if you want to come out to Firefly Festival, let me know. And I'll get you a pair of passes. Bye for now, Tamika. So good having you.